Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're hearing this video. Hello to you. Welcome to my channel. My name's Fiona and I'm a life coach. I'm a Christian life coach. And today I'm going to be looking at goal setting from a biblical perspective. Now, because I've mentioned biblical, I'll start off by looking at what the word says about goal setting. And I'm going to read from Habakkuk, and that's chapter 2, verse 2. Okay, now the New King James Version says, "Then the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it." That's one version. Let me pick another one. They're all the same, but they're all saying more or less the same thing. Then the English Standard Version is, "And the Lord answered me, Write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads with it." So there's some very important things there which I could unpack, and I will unpack very briefly and quickly in this short 5 to 10 minute video presentation on goal setting. Why am I looking at goal setting? Because if we don't have goals in life, then there's lack of direction, lack of clarity, and lack of motivation in terms of moving forward in life. So, what I'm going to do is introduce you to a method, just one method that you can use to set a clear goal that will help you move forward in life. And it can be in any area of your life. It can be in your health, it can be in your finances, it can be in your spiritual walk with the Lord, it can be in relationships, it can be to do with your career, your vocation, your job, whatever. I'll introduce you to a method very quickly, and I'll refer you to my website as well, where you can get some further examples on how you can go about setting clear goals. Okay, so the Bible quite clearly says, write the vision. God knows how important it is for us to have a vision in life to give us direction and focus. He also says, write it. And there are various reasons why, and it is important to write it, because if we have something that we can look at and we can refer to, then we're more likely to be motivated. It will be a memory jogger, and we can actually move forward and go about achieving what we want to achieve. Plus, it's also a way of tracking progress, and you can always refer back to it and track your progress in terms of whether or not you're achieving your goal in life. Okay, so what I want to do now is look at the actual method that I want to mention, and that is, you've probably heard of it before. You might have, you might not have heard of it. It's called SMART, writing SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Okay, so when it says specific, the question you need to ask yourself is, what exactly does the goal look like? Okay, so the more you can visualize it, the more you're likely to to be able to grab hold of it and run with it. So try and visualize it if you can. You can draw a diagram, you can picture it, but as soon as you've got a vision or you've got some sort of instruction from the Lord, write it down, and don't let it try not to let it out of your sight. Keep referring to it, because it will prompt you to move on and to do what you want to go about doing and what the Lord is telling you to do. Okay, the other thing is that it needs to be measurable. So how can you track that you're making changes in the direction that you want to go in? So you need to think about what you're going to use to measure success in terms of the goal that you're setting out to achieve. Now, I know that it sounds easy, but when it actually comes down to writing your goal and making it SMART, it can be quite a challenge. So I'd encourage you to have a go and not give up. And if you have any questions whatsoever, I've got my email address, which is at the bottom of the video. You'll be able to you can always email me, and I'd be more than happy to respond and to give you some further tips and advice on how you can actually go about setting your own SMART goals. Okay, so it's got to be measurable. It's also got to be achievable. There's no point setting something that you know you're not going to be it's not going to be realistic to achieve. You've got to know that it's something that you've got the resources, you've got the time, you've got the skills, you've got the ability to achieve what you're setting out to achieve. So make sure it's achievable. And the other thing it's got to be relevant. It's got to be relevant to what you're trying to set out to do. And more importantly, does it fit in with God's will for your life, okay? And his plans and purposes for you. And finally, it's got to be time bound. When do you want to achieve this goal by? Set yourself a goal, set yourself a deadline in terms of when you want to achieve this goal by. So those are the 5 things: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. When you have those things in place, you're likely to have written a goal that you're bound to achieve. I'd encourage you to go about setting goals in life if you've not already started doing so. If you have, excellent. If not, then have a go. As I say, I've got some examples on my website, so have a look. It's www.bornagainlifecoaching.com. www.bornagainlifecoaching.com. I hope this has been helpful, and I do hope that you'll come back again to my channel. I will be releasing some more videos as and when the Lord leads that are relevant to life coaching, Christian life coaching, which is what I'm about. And as I say, you can get in touch if you've got any questions. I'll be more than happy to email you and to give you some tips and further tips and advice on how you can go about setting realistic life goals. Okay, so God bless you. May the Lord be with you. May you experience his peace, and may you get a vision and clarity for what it is that he wants you to achieve in life. God bless you, and speak to you soon. Bye.